Hello friends, welcome back to the channel and welcome if you're new. So I was out driving around today running some errands and the Lord actually spoke to me about putting out this video. And he was like, Trish, do a video on operating in silence. And I was like, wow, yeah, that's what I should do. And he's like, you know a lot about this, so talk about it. So I am going to do that. First of all, I don't know if you've seen my videos in the past, but I made a major life change that I felt I had to do for myself. I was being encouraged to take a leap of faith, and I decided to do that. And it was very scary, and basically, it was time to do that. Now, I had prepared for this. Not that I was like consciously preparing, but the things I had done in my life up till that point, you know, I could do it. It was out of the norm and not something that people do. But I decided to do it and take a leap of faith. And I'm so glad that I did. So one thing that I learned through this whole thing is to operate in silence. And the message that I got was like a stealth bomber plane. Now, I don't know if, I think everyone knows what a stealth bomber plane is. Those are the planes from the military that are like very elongated and, very sleek and whatnot. And I was like, what does that mean? So I looked up what a stealth bomber plane is, and it is one that, first of all, is very silent. You can't hear them. The way their engines are put into their operating system, it makes them hard to hear, basically. The other thing is that because of that sleek design and maybe even what they're made out of, they resist being detected by infrared sonar or infrared capabilities, so it makes the enemy very hard to detect them. And as I was reading these things, I was like, wow, well, no wonder that was the analogy that came to my head. So this is what I wanted to just share with you, is to operate in silence. And I will say that if you are going to be making a life change, maybe something that you don't want the enemy to know about or to infiltrate drama into your life, operate in silence. Now, I know that might be hard to do if you are, in a relationship with somebody, have children, a spouse, commingle your assets, share a bank account, things like that. It might be kind of hard. But if you are someone who is single, if you have your own bank account, you spend your own money, all of that, it is one thing that I would suggest that you do. And I think that has made a world of difference for me. I did not post anything about what I was doing. I did not make any updates to any kind of social media platforms. Well, to be honest with you, I hadn't done anything like that for a year. I had changed jobs from one place to another, and I didn't even update that life change event, if you will. So basically, it's been like a year since I, basically posted anything as to where I was. And I can say that it, for one thing, it was very scary. I will say that. Like, literally, it was me and God who knew what was going on. And I will say that thanks to him, he has kept my mental health at a point where I could get through this. He has given me the strength and perseverance, of course, the intuition and the discernment, which I've done videos on as well. But without the Lord and God, I could not have gotten through this. And like I said, there were always messages given to me that told me to operate in silence. And I was like, wow. My mom had said that to me in the past, basically. Basically, as I was growing up, she was like, you don't need to tell people your shit all the time, And I mean, it's the truth, like, you don't have to be telling your business to everyone. And especially if you are going through a spiritual journey, just like a life-changing event that is more private, and you feel that you need to do this for your own well-being, you don't have to tell people shit about what you're doing. And don't feel bad about it. And don't get me wrong, there were times that I was like, oh my God, who can I talk to? Because really, I couldn't talk to anyone about this. And all I could do was watch videos and, pray and just, oh my gosh, keep my mind busy and, just kind of operate in faith. And that's what I did. So now I am going to be starting another journey, I will say that. And it was, as I was sitting and being alone and, getting closer to God and things, I did realize that, yeah, I like my alone time and my private time, but I need to be around people. Like, I need to interact with people, good people. I don't have time for these people with drama and evil intentions and bad spirits. Like, I don't. Like, I'm so done with it. I saw this quote one day. It was about drama, and it said something like, drama just doesn't come into your life. It's either associate with it, invite it, or have it operate in your life, something like along those lines. And it was like, oh my gosh, that is so the truth. Like, if you refuse to participate in drama, just don't do it. Like, it's not good for you. It wears you down. It dims your light. It gives you bad vibes. Like, the people that create drama in your life are low vibrational people. Like, I will tell you that. And I have made a point in my life that I am not gonna deal with these low vibrational people. Like, I don't know. Like going into this new season of my life, that is one thing I'm gonna have to learn, is how to rein in these low vibrational people. And if anyone has any suggestions on how they get through that on a day-to-day basis, when you're working or when you're around people, let me know, because that is one thing that I have to work through. And I have to very much learn how to stick up for myself. I think I've come a long way with that. But the best and most satisfying and confidence boosting thing that I have learned through this is that I don't have to subject myself to this. Like, I don't. And I won't. As long as I keep listening to God, as long as I, keep operating with financial sense, because I will tell you right now, what I have gone through and what I have been able to do has made me think long term, to the fact that quit spending money, because you're going to be able to have control over anything that you want to do now. Like, anything. Like, if you don't like the situation you're in, you're going to be able to change it on a split second. You're not going to have to worry about, oh my gosh, what are people going to think? Or, oh my gosh, do I have another job? What am I going to do? Or what am I going to do about medical insurance? You are going to be able to make these decisions for you based on what you want to do in a snap of a finger. And if you believe, if you stay somewhat confident and have faith, and they say faith only takes the size of a mustard seed. Well, I will tell you that's about what my faith was. And I laugh now, but I have more faith in God than that. Like, I really do. But I'll tell you, when you go through something and make a change that I have made, you got to have faith, brother. You've got to have faith, and you've got to stay prayed up, because anything can happen. And I will tell you that, like I said, the thing that has really kept me grounded has been the fact that I have operated in silence, like a stealth bomber plane. Not that I am going to inflict damage or anything, but just being strategic, being, hovering right under the detection line, right? Like, coming up, it's almost like a submarine too, like coming up, checking stuff out, and then coming back down, and you move a little bit further, you might go off this way, you might come back this way, and then you come up and check shit out, and then you come back down, like, I don't know, God is like totally telling me to talk like this. Like, I don't know, like, I truly think that is how I have maneuvered for the last 30 days, I'll say 60 days. And it's been tough, but I think I'm ready. I want to get out and meet new people. I want to learn new things. But at the end of the day, I am going to treat me the best all the time. Like, if something isn't jiving with me, I'm going to be honest with it. I'm honest about it. And if it doesn't change, I'm going to make other choices, because life is too short, right? Life is too short, and I truly believe that this and how all of us are living is not what is intended. Like, you can read it in the Bible. It's not what was intended. And hopefully this is going to come to light really soon. And I still feel that changes are being made in the world on a spiritual level, a vibrational level, with people here in the U.S., in other countries, whatever. And I'm excited to see what happens, because, I think it's, and I've been told that, say what is on your mind, be an inspiration to others. And I will say that I've always kind of been like that, let people learn from you. Well, learn from me. I think people are doing this more and more. When I go shopping, like, during the day, like, there's people all over. It's like, do people even work anymore? Like, maybe I'm on the slow train to this whole thing, I don't know. But I do feel like that I need to be around people at least part-time. And, so hopefully this new adventure will be more what is going to jive with my personality and my vibrational level. So I just wanted to come out here and give you an update on that. But yeah, one thing I can say is to operate in silence. If you are at all able to, with a lot of decisions, but if you're able to do it on major life decisions where the enemy can come in and kind of like, throw you off course, operate in silence. And operate in silence like a stealth bomber plane. That's all I have for today. Take care, guys, and have a great day. This weather is beautiful here in Minnesota, 42 degrees. Coming up to December 1st. Can you believe it? Like, we've had snow in October, for God's sake. So, I thank God every day for this beautiful, mild weather that is continuing, and hopefully keeping everyone in elevated spirits rather than freezing and in the cold and frozen tundra. So take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.